Hello everyone. So today here I am to discuss about the biology preparation strategy for class 10 term 2. Okay. So as you know that it is a subjective type of question paper. So term 1 was completely MCQ type you had. Okay. So term 2 it is subjective type. So first part, what is that? That is section A. So there is, you can find MCQs, but in the second part it will be completely of a subjective type. Okay, so let's have a look at the preparation strategies for your class 10 term 2. Okay, so before that let me introduce myself. I am Vani Kari, biology educator at Unacademy. I am an engineer with bachelor's and master's degree in biotechnology and a B.Ed degree. Also a founder of a startup where I grow microgreens by vertical farming technology. So join with us in Telegram. So for homework and class notes, you can join the channel Vani Kari ICSE class 9 and 10. And for Telegram channel, of Unacademy, ICSE and ISCE boards. So you can click on the link. So this link you will find in the description box. Okay. So you can go to the description box and join this channel for updates regarding the classes. Okay, so Unacademy free special classes, that is basically we are conducting a free classes on Unacademy platform for learners. Okay, so there you have a option of live real-time interaction using the chat and emojis. Okay, so there you have an option to chat and also interact with the educator, and if a discussion session is going on, so you can interact with the other learners as well. Okay, so then there is ask question using a question tab. So since lot of comments keep on coming, so your question might get lost. Okay, so that is why there is a separate section for question tab. Okay, so where you can type in your question, attach an image and send it to the educator during a live class. They'll be getting a notification and will be clearing your doubts. Okay, also we conduct a quiz on different topics, the ones which are since your exams are nearby now, so we also conduct a quiz. These are all free classes itself, where you will have access to this, so you can take up these session, and after the quiz is done, so we will be sharing the leaderboard as well, so that you can know your rank, first rank, second and third, so up to 10 ranks you can get, so that you can compete with your friends as well. Okay, so these are the subscription features, that is which we call as plus subscription. Okay, or plus classes. So the benefit or mainly the features of these session plus sessions are, so you can learn live from the comfort of your home, unlimited access to all the courses. So different educators will be having, they'll have their own courses, so they'll conduct a courses where you can have access to all these courses if you take a plus subscription. Okay, so unlimited access to all the courses from different educators. Then top educators of India are going to take the classes for you in one platform, that is Unacademy platform. Then there is regular doubt clearing session. So after about every 3 sessions, so we are conducting fourth session. This fourth session is completely dedicated to learners, where they can clear their doubts related to the topics that are previously covered, and if no doubt, so we can also revise or again conduct a practice session, like a answer writing session also we can make it. So complete coverage of a syllabus is done, mentorship and guidance is given, study material, practice tests, live test series. So you will have benefit of all these, and other than that, so batch courses. So if you wish to attend the classes in Hindi, so you have access to Hindi batches. If you wish to study in English, so you can go for English batches also. So you will have access to all the batches once you take a plus subscription. So it is depending on your preference, you can go for any of these batches. Then there is daily practice section, weekly mock test series, live quizzes, daily MCQ and subjective test series. So all these benefits are there. And since you are in class 10 now, okay, so if you want to try like how exactly this works, so you can go for 3 months of subscription. If you are planning your class 11 and 12, so maybe you can go for more months of subscription, subscription based on your convenience, and this is my referral code Vani YT. So with this referral code you will be getting 10% discount on the subscription. So respective month and the respective cost is given. Okay, so there is a mega offer. So if you are buying 12 months or more subscription, so basically you are getting 12 months of subscription, so extra 2 months that you will be getting. So 14 months of subscription you are getting if you are going for 12 months of subscription. And you know there is 10% discount also on top of it with the referral code Vani YT. Okay, so this referral code will give you 10% discount on the subscription, and this is valid for the first 500 subscribers only. So let's have a look at biology preparation strategy for class 10 term 2. Okay, so before you start, so since your exams are nearby, so by the April last week, so you know there is a circular which has already come to the school. Okay, so by April last week you will have your exams. Okay, so what you can do is so know the pattern first. So how exactly your question paper pattern is, so depending on that also, so this is going to help you, like you know, on which particular topic that you need to concentrate more. So you know your ICSE board has released a question, I mean specimen question paper also, which I have already discussed on Unacademy platform. So this is available freely, so you can watch the recording of specimen question paper that I have solved on Unacademy app. Okay, so there you know this particular for biology, so specimen question paper only I am taking an example which is released by the ICSE board itself. So maximum marks is 40 marks. Okay, so time allowed is 1.5 hours. All right, so answer to this paper must be written on the paper provided separately. So they will provide you a paper. Make sure that you are having one particular separate paper also, like you know, for solving. So if you have any doubts, so you can practice over there. So for that you keep one extra paper, so that is a blank paper itself, or they might provide you that as well. Then you will not be allowed to write during the first 10 minutes. So this first 10 minute is for reading your question paper. Okay, so you shouldn't write in this period, because they wouldn't have anyway given you the answer paper. So they'll just give you question paper 10 minutes before they give the answer paper. So you can read your question paper, you need to plan and analyze then and there itself, like which one you are going to attempt first. Okay, so this time is to be spent in reading the question paper. So reading the question paper the first 10 minutes. So now when you are reading a question paper, so make sure that so you are going for the question which you are confident about. Okay, so go for questions which you are confident about. So you need not write it in the pattern only. So let's say question 1 is there. Okay, so you don't know question 1, so you can go to question 2, you can go to question 3. So just put the right question number and go for answering it. Okay, so the one which you are confident, go for answering that first, and the time given at the head of this paper, so that is 1.5 hours which is mentioned. So this is the time allotted for writing the answers. Okay, so you know 1.5 hour is given for writing the answer, that is for 40 marks. The early 10 minutes what they give, so that is for reading your question paper. Okay, so now you know attempt all the questions, that is from section A. Okay, so section A, so they are giving only one question. So question number 1 is there. Okay, so question number 1 you will find in the section A. Okay, so that's the only question, and this is actually 10 mark question. Okay, so here basically it is a MCQ here. So MCQ in the sense they can ask you, you know, name the following, or they can just give you multiple choice question with respect to different option. Fill in the blanks again, that can be given with respect to different options will be given. Basically multiple choice question you will be having here, that is with respect to question 1, and it is a compulsory question. Okay, so this one is a compulsory question, so it is a 10 mark question. Okay, so attempt all questions from section A and any 3 questions from section B. Okay, so question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5, question 6. So 5 questions they'll give you in section B. Okay, so any 3 you need to attempt. That means 2 extra questions are given. Again, go for the answers which you are confident about. Okay, so don't write everything in half. So if you are doing that, you are not gonna get marks. Okay, so go for questions which you are confident. So, try to avoid attempting extra questions. Okay, so write only 3 which are mentioned, so that you write. And if you are confident about all the question, then if you have more time, you can write it. So they will be anyway choosing any 3 questions itself. Okay, but go for any 3. So try to write only 3 questions, so even if you know everything. So the intended marks for questions or parts of questions are given in brackets, so it is mentioned. So now any 3 questions, what is there? So these 3 questions, again they are carrying 10 marks each. So you can have a look at this one now. So this is from section A. Okay, so question 1 they'll ask. So this one you need to attempt all the question. So question 1, name the following by choosing the correct answer to the question from the given option. So you need to name the following. So that is MCQ will be there. Okay, multiple choice question. Again, you need not copy the question, just put a question number 1 you have put. Okay, so question number 1 you will put, then the first question in that, so 1 you will be writing. Write the correct answer. So in this first question, so let's say the first answer is A. Okay, the option A is the one, and you need to write the answer as a retina. That is whatever answer is there, so that you need to write. Okay, so you need not write the question. So same followed by all the 10 questions that are there, because this will be of 10 marks. So up to 10 questions you will have. So that is each one of them will carry 1 mark. Then for section B, attempt any 3 questions from this section. So here it is completely a subjective type. Okay, so in this subjective type, so any 3 question you need to attempt. So there is question number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 they will give. Any 3 you need to attempt. Okay, and here this one is a subjective. That means short answer type questions might be there, or long answer might be there, structured question might be there. All right, that is diagram based question. Then the diagrams they can ask you to draw. All right, then function and location they might ask you to explain. Okay, so this is with respect to function and location. And also reasoning is there. Okay, so reasoning you need to do, explaining you need to mention. Okay, so explain also can come under this one. Okay, then differences. Okay, so differences and can also come under this one. So mainly concentrate on all of these. Okay, so section B will be completely subjective. Any of these type of questions can come. Okay, so you can score more here. Okay, so more marks are there for each and every question, and you will be scoring more. So here if you don't know, just skip. So if you don't know question 1 as of now, so you require more time for thinking, so you can skip this one. Okay, so let's get started. So from all the chapters that is of term 2, what all chapters you are having? So it is the circulatory system. Okay, then there is excretory system, nervous system is there, and then there is endocrine system. So these 4 chapters you are having for term 2. So make sure you know that each and every corner they'll ask you name the following. So make sure that you have studied well in detail. So if there is no time, if you haven't studied, go for bigger explanations. Okay, so maybe if time is there, you can concentrate on this one. Okay, so mainly you can go for explain, function, location. Yeah, and one more thing, when you are preparing, make sure that you prepare for an exact location. Okay, so as you have seen in your question papers also, so they'll mention write the exact location. So they expect, that is ICSE evaluation board will expect you to write the exact location. Okay, exact function. So whatever exactly you can write, so go for it. Okay, so location, at least it should be exactly similar. It should be a Xerox copy of your book. Okay, so same location that you need to Right. So laws and all you do not have, but for term 1 you had. So laws also it should be exactly same. So you cannot make your own sentences and write laws. So there also it has to be same definitions. Okay. So definition also here I have not included. So definitions also you need to go for. Alright. So differences, reasoning, fill-ups, diagrams and labeling, the diagram based questions. So structured questions what are there, or diagram based question, so that also you need to prepare. Okay, so how exactly are you going to start? Organize your study space. So make one column for your biology. So let's say this is a biology column now. Okay, so when you are keeping, make sure that in this column you are keeping your textbooks. Okay, so you are keeping your books like workbook, textbook. So let's say this is a textbook, and then there is workbook. All right, so old year question paper books which you have, or any self notes if you have made. So make sure that you are keeping all these in one place, so that when you are having an exam, so you don't search for anything. And then other than that, so now you plan it. Okay, so plan it well, like what all time, what exactly, which subject you are going to study. Plan it well and just don't keep on planning, execute it also. So act now. So planning is, lot of students I have seen, so they'll plan well, they'll do everything, but they never execute it. So most of the students do not follow what timetable that they have made. Okay, so make sure that you are planning, because you are wasting lot of time in planning also. It doesn't happen like over the night. So you need to plan well. Okay, and once you plan it, you need to execute also. All right, so moving on to next one. So make sure that you have referred the previous year question paper. So this will give you an idea on how exactly you can go about it, like which part you need to concentrate on and which part you can neglect. So you will have an idea on this one by now, since you have studied, since you are at the end of this academic. So you might be already having an idea like about which part I need to concentrate more. So by referring to question paper, so you will get an exact idea more about this one. Okay, and other than that, practice. Yes, so why I have added practice over here is, so lot of students I have seen, so diagrams. Okay, so they do not practice them. Okay, so they'll just have a look at this one and they think that yes, I know the diagram, I can draw it, but this is not going to work. Okay, just by looking at it, you think you know that yes, I know this diagram perfectly. No, so you need to practice it minimum 3 times. Okay, so without looking, so once by looking, then again without looking, and then to make sure one more time you need to draw. So minimum 3 times make sure that you are drawing a diagram, and with all parts are like, all the parts should be there, and their labeling. Okay, so labeling should be done. So here again one more thing that I would like to add. So in your exam also, you need not be artistic. Okay, so make sure that, so you need not waste your time in shading, coloring, all that need not be done. So make sure that all the parts are labeled. Okay, all the parts are drawn, and then all the parts are labeled. So make sure that you have done that. Okay, so then after you have prepared and everything, so make a checklist. Okay, so checklist of topics. So let's go with the topics first. So you might find some topics which are difficult. Okay, so make sure that these difficult topics you have studied them well. Okay, and then you can make a list like what part I feel difficult. Then when you are having a exam, so like when you are studying like one day before the exam, so you can have a look at these topics and make sure that you are going to revise these difficult topics, so that you can concentrate on these as well. Okay, so this is one thing. Easy topics anyway you will have an idea. So if you just have a look at it once, so it will all the things are gonna that there they are gonna flash in your mind. Okay, so difficult one, make a topic list, make sure that you revise them well. Then make a list of equation, like in photosynthesis there is a equation, but for you and all in circulatory system or excretory, endocrine, so there is no equation. Maybe the tabular content which is given with respect to the content, like percentage of certain things in urine, so maybe you can just have a look at that. Make a diagrams list. Okay, so functions, so all the different functions which are there, so you can make a list of functions of different organs. And location is very important. Okay, so make a list of location, that is exact location again, so you need not search for all the locations like one by one by turning a page. So while you are studying, make sure wherever you find a location, this is located here, this is located here. So while studying only, you make sure that you have made a location list. So all the locations which are mentioned in these 4 chapters, okay, so all the locations you will have at one place, and I'm sure this is gonna help you a lot. Okay, and other than that, so there are some books also, like Oswal is there, so they have already made a list of all this. So if you, let's say you do not have a time to make all of this, you can buy that book. Okay, where the list of location, list of functions, analogy type of question, fill-ups, everything is given in one place with respect to each and every chapter. So you can refer those textbooks. Oswal is there, Goyal is there, Arundeep is there. So you can go for any of these books which are having the location list, function list. So this is going to help you to get a checklist of all the things that are there for your term 2. Okay, so this will help you. So structured based question also with the diagrams only, so you can practice the structured based question also. Make sure that again you know all the parts and the labels. Okay, and relax, refresh and recharge. Okay, so when you are studying, so don't stress too much. If you are stressing too much, your neurons cannot process so much of information. Okay, so make sure that you are taking a break. Okay, because again whatever you have studied, your neurons have to store that information in your brain. Okay, so it requires a time. So always make sure that you are relaxing, you are refreshing, then you are getting recharged to study again. Okay, so don't continuously study. This is going to help you a lot. Okay, so refreshment is again important, hydrating is important. Okay, so drink plenty of water, so your brain, okay, so your brain, mainly again your neurons, so they work well when they get enough amount of this water supply. Okay, so this is with respect to your circulation itself. I am saying the blood circulation, where the blood circulation, the blood which is going to your brain, so it needs to get enough amount of nutrition. And with that, if you are drinking a plenty of water, so all your body organs are gonna work well. So hydration is important, so don't forget. So a lot of students will never eat, so they'll never drink. So this is the drawback. Okay, so this is the drawback. So this is not a plus point that I am concentrating without drinking a water or without eating a food. So this is not gonna work for your cells to work in a good way. So you need to hydrate them, you need to provide a nutrition. Okay, so make sure that you eat and you drink well. All right, sleep well also. So time management, yes, again during, so this I already said. So go for the questions which you find easy. Okay, so find the questions that you feel easy first and confident. Okay, so go for those questions first. All right, so you can don't waste the time in going, like is thinking about 1 mark questions. So 1 mark questions are anyway, so they are carrying 1 mark only, and they take a lot of time. Okay, so go for subjective first. Okay, so complete the subjective first, because you can write it fast. All right, then you can go for the question number 1, that is section A, where you will be having enough time, so you feel confident also, like I have already completed 3 questions from section B. So now I need to complete only 1 question, that is section A question. So I have enough time, so you will be having a time, because the time is made in such a way that so you will have time for everything. So make sure that you observe the time also while writing, so don't indulge yourself in writing only one question answer. Okay, so make sure that you keep a track of time as well, and go for the confident answers, so you can write that first and then you can go for the other ones. All right, so then before the exam, so this is during, I said, so before your exam what you can do, so the organizing itself is going to help you prepare for your exams. Okay, so before that you make sure that you are studying all the chapters. Okay, so all the chapters, so time management why I'm saying here is, so when you are studying all the chapters, make sure that you have studied them thoroughly. Okay, so when you are studying before the exam, like like 1 or 2 days before your exam, so make sure that you are just revising. So thorough study is already done, so you are just revising before the exam, so make sure that you have studied in that way. Okay, so answer writing tricks, so you can read the instruction before they you get a question paper. So I already showed you that. Read all the questions carefully, as you will be getting 10 minutes before itself. Okay, so you are getting the question paper before only, that is 10 minutes before only you are getting. So make sure that you read all the questions carefully, and then plan the time then and there itself. So make sure that you are planning it well. Okay, that means you are basically including all the questions, then how exactly you are going to write it. So plan it well, check how many marks are available, so based on marks also, so go for those questions. Okay, so if one question is there, okay, so there is one question, so question number 2, let's say question number 2. Okay, so there is one question which carries 3 marks, the second question carries 2 marks. Okay, so if you are confident, go for higher mark questions itself. And yeah, so this will be of 10 marks. So question 2, what is this? So that will be of 10 marks itself. So here 3 marks I have already covered. So question 5, so question 3, so let's say if it is 5 marks and it is drawing and labeling, a bigger diagram might be there. So in that case, usually they'll not give you such diagrams. Okay, so even if they give, so maybe you can go for, if you are confident, so you will be getting more marks with the diagram and the labeling. Okay, so other than that, plan each answer before you start writing. So planning is important, whether you perfectly know this answer or not, so this has to be done. Answer the question, so include the keywords, so while you are studying, so you can highlight some of the words which are there. Okay, so you understand that yes, this word has to be there, so that I'll get a mark. So like that, make sure that you are highlighting that. So when you write the answer also, make sure that you are including that keyword in your answer. Okay, so that's all about the preparation strategy. And one more thing I would like to add here is, so you can write, so after you write answers, so make sure to leave 2 to 3 lines gaps after every answer. Okay, so after every answer, make sure that you are leaving 2 to 3 gaps. So if there is time, okay, if still there is time is there, okay, so you can fill in these gaps, so you can include certain things. So instead of sitting, maybe you think of something flashes in your mind, so you can you can write those over there. So instead of writing a question number separately again and writing the answer over there, so if you are if you get any idea, so maybe you can go for filling up this gap as well. Or even if you do not have anything to write, even if you leave it like that, so there is no problem, so you can leave it just like that also. So make sure you you leave a gap. Okay, so yes, before I end this session, so you can there is a chance for you all to get a scholarship, that is Unacademy Prodigy is back. So it is on Feb 27, so the timing is 12 to 1 p.m. You can enroll now, and it will ask you a referral code to unlock. So you can use my referral code Vani YT to unlock. So it is the aptitude test. Okay, so one shot revision already we have started conducting, so you can download the Unacademy Learner app and start attending the quizzes and the one shot revisions that we are taking. So these are the ongoing batches. So here you have access to watch the recordings also, so you can watch the recording. So this batch is mainly a mode of delivery is English, and here the mode of delivery is Hindi. So you can watch the recording and the classes which are yet to go live, so you can attend the live classes as well. So how you can attend my free classes? So all you need to do is download the Unacademy Learner app, open the app and click on get started, enter your mobile number and OTP, sign up using your email ID. So since you are in class 6 to 12, so you can select this one. So competitive exam separate category is there, then you can select your category, that is ICSE. Then you can go for language preference, like English, Hindi, English, you can go for any of this. And again, so you can click on the description, you can also click on notify me on the link which you get there. Okay, also to unlock you can use my referral code Vani YT. So to get 10% discount also you can use the same referral code. Also to unlock the free products on Unacademy, so you can use the same referral code. Okay, so download the Unacademy app now and try all of these features for free, and this is my referral code Vani YT. Okay, so subscribe to our channel, that is Unacademy ICSE and ISCE both, and download the Unacademy Learners app. Okay, so Unacademy, let's crack it. Thank you all.